What's up, Fit Lifers? So, Saturday, it is 12 o'clock, just after finishing with my clients, and I am just waiting on Collie to show up, and we are about to hit a shoulders and calves session. The reason I'm actually recording this shoulders and calves session is because I've been getting a good few requests for a workouts for beginners series on my YouTube channel, and I just thought to myself, well, why not start it now? So just to give you a little bit of an insight into what my training or where my training is at the minute, I'm doing 4 days weight training a week. So that consists of shoulders and calves, back, bicep, chest, tricep, and then legs. Bit of a bro split, but everything else around that is like cardio and conditioning and mechons, HIIT workouts, all that type of stuff. I actually said to myself when I came back from the States that I really wanted to focus on a lot of the weaker body parts that I have, such as like my hamstrings would be quite weak, my glutes would be quite weak, my arms definitely would be a weaker body part, and my back 100% would be a weaker body part. So a lot of those types of things I'm actually doing. If I have all of them completed and I have time, I'll do them again. So if I can squeeze a second workout in, like a second back and bicep workout, or a shoulders and arms workout in, I'll definitely do that. I'm not sticking to a set just 4 days training and that's it per week. I am definitely trying to get in another day if I can. Just a heads up for all the newbies or the sort of relatively new people to fitness in the gym, don't feel like you have to go bag out in the gym. It's one of those things that people kind of think they need to do at the very start and then end up hating it because you're in bits. Like the first week, I can remember like the first week when you start training, or or even for me, if the first week that I do a new program, my body feels like it's been run over by a truck. So don't feel like you need to go all out from the get-go straight away. Some of these workouts that I'm going to be putting up, if you can do them once a week, go ahead. If you can only make some of them, that's still cool. Don't feel like you need to just go absolutely ham from the start. How are you, lad? How are you, boo? He's ready for the workout anyway. So Collie finally shows up.
Sorry, I was having a shower. I was only here an hour ago.
He was only here about an hour ago doing cardio. But I was just saying about workouts for beginners. So this is sort of, well, we're going to record this. It can be adapted for beginners, obviously using lighter weights, but the principle of this workout can be adapted for kind of beginners, intermediate and advanced. What would you give? I said for beginners, a lot of people tend to go fucking all out at the very start and be in bits, because when people like start, they just go, need to go 6 days a week, I need to do this, I need to do that. Any little tips for beginners?
I would say look at starting with it, like Aaron was saying, just complete basics. 3 workouts per week, weight wise, very structured. Look at using a lot of machine based stuff just to get used to technique and form. So dumbbells can be difficult to use at the start. Be consistent with your break times and stuff like that and programming, and then look to keep a consistent level of output for 7 days a week. So maybe some steps, a little bit of high intensity cardio, but don't forget, if you pull all the cards from the deck straight away, you're going to have very big trouble when you plateau 2 or 3 weeks down the line. You're wondering why you don't lose any more weight.
Job done. So this was our first exercise, and it's a seated side lateral raise. Now for this, you can see Colin's moving extremely slow. He's really focusing on the medial deltoid, which is the side of the shoulder, and he's taking these reps very slow. He's really warming up the shoulder joint and warming up the shoulder muscles before we get into the heavier lifting. For this exercise, we've done 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. As you can see here, it's the same exercise, but we're going slightly heavier as these are our working sets. Now, we still went 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps on this, and we were really trying to focus on, again, the medial deltoid, which is the side of the shoulder again. Really trying to focus on that contraction and, I suppose, no sort of swing or movement here to try and make it as strict as possible.
So we're just after hitting our laterals for warm-ups and working sets, and now we are going to move across to some military press with a barbell. For anyone who's completely new to the gym, I would advise maybe looking at hitting a machine shoulder press, a seated one, or if you find you have any instabilities at all, just get yourself on to a seat and use a machine that will teach you the right directions to use, the right angles. Normally seated machines have that. Dumbbells and free weights can be difficult, like I was saying earlier. So look at getting into a barbell, setting up correctly, bracing your abs, which we're going to go through now.
So moving on to our next exercise, and this is a standing military barbell press. Now as you can see, I'm moving the bar from just below my chin to right above my head, bracing my abs as hard as I can to really try and keep form and posture as best as I can. With this exercise we hit 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps, building up the weight as we went along. On to exercise number 3, and it is a standing barbell upright row. Again, another compound movement, meaning a multi-joint movement. Trying our best to stay as strict and as slow on these movements as possible. With this exercise we went 3 sets, and I think we've done 12 to 15 reps on this exercise. On to the last exercise for the shoulders, and this is a kneeling cable face pull. Now this exercise is for the mid-traps and rhomboids, which are the postural muscles of your upper back, and it's also for the rear deltoid, which is the back of the shoulder. Now this is mine and Collie's, well, one of mine and Collie's favourite exercises. We hit 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps on this exercise just to finish off the shoulders. This exercise would be a great one to just throw onto the end of a back workout just to finish things off. Okay, so that shoulder's done. Collie is going to do a little bit of arms, but I'm going to go on and do a little bit of calves. Now, for calves and newbies to the gym, I would advise, strongly advise, go very light and don't do much, because you will be in horrific pain if you just go balls in and go nuts on your calves. Like, you won't be able to walk, trust me. So take it easy, very light, take your time with it, and don't go ham. I'm going to show you 2 exercises here that you can do for your calves. One that all gyms should have a leg press, so one will be on the leg press and the other will be on what's called a donkey calf raise machine. Now, not a lot of gyms do have these machines, but if you do have this variation of machine in your gym, do give it a crack. But like I said, do not go mental on calves. Like I said, every gym may not have one of these. If it does, have a crack at it. It's a plate loaded leg press. Now if your gym doesn't have this, it will more than likely have the machine leg press. Now on this exercise you can see my feet are at the very bottom of the plate. The balls of my feet are at the very edge, and what I'm doing is letting my heels drop really low and then pushing through the ball of my foot onto my tippy toes. On to the last exercise, and this is the donkey calf raise. Now, not every gym may have one of these, but give it a crack if your gym does have one. Like the last exercise, with this I've done 3 to 4 sets, 12 to 15 reps. So that's it done. But again, with calf work, for somebody who's relatively new to the gym, myself and Collie were just saying that we'd actually rather if somebody was doing more, or even finishing their workouts on 5 to 10 minutes of high intensity infill training or a little bit of cardio, rather than leaving yourself in absolute bits doing calves. So you have an option to finish your workout off with a little bit of HIIT training, or you can hit your calves. It's entirely up to you. What do you think, Collie?
Personally, like Aaron said, most people will have very sedentary lifestyles, so they won't be active throughout the day.
Yep.
So something where they're just going to be seated on a machine or isolating this muscle group when they could be getting a little bit more activity in, getting a little bit more output consistently, getting a little bit more cardiovascular health,
Yep.
then it's going to probably encourage more fat loss. If you're someone who's training very training specific muscles, work away with the calves.
Job done. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And do me a big favor, give the video a thumbs up, and if you liked it, please comment below and let me know what you'd like to see next. The plan is to do a couple of these little beginner workouts over the next couple of weeks, but see you guys in the next vlog.